The following video may not be suitable for children 13 and under. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video I'll be reviewing this. This is Transformers Earthrise War for Cybertron Optimus Prime, and I gotta say, it's really cool seeing Prime as I imagine him as a kid in action figure or toy form. And very G1, very cool looking. Just seeing him like this in the box is really neat. I mean, it's kind of like 31 years in the making. Here's the side box art. Very nice. Man, I would love a poster of this. You can see the Ark in the background. Looks like they've crash landed. Leader class. Now, leader class, I guess, you know, I've come to the acceptance that leader class is no longer a size classification, but more of a price point classification. So he is a leader class price point. Here is the back of the box. Very cool with his different modes. 35 steps to transform. And over here it says you can connect. He does have the matrix and other parts he can connect with. Here is the side of the box. You can see the Ark crash landing. Here's Earth. You can see the Decepticon ship on the side here. Megatron, Quintessons, Double Dealer. So much goodness that I'm expecting out of this line. And we can see Galvatron here. Okay, let's get Optimus out of the box. Okay, here is Optimus Prime out of the package. He comes with his instruction sheet. This little decoder, which reminds me of Generation 1 tech spec meters, and the thing that you use it with is on the back of the package, there's a little map. Looks like you can cut it out. But you take this little decoder, and you can see for Prime it says micron. I mean, this is the gimmick that replaced the blacklight codes from Siege, and it's okay. I mean, I guess it's better than having to buy a blacklight just to see the code, so kind of cool. Let's put these two aside. You also get his gun. Looks like a very thick rifle, but the end doesn't seem to be blast effect compatible. In fact, it looks like it's more, yeah, it's 5mm. So maybe the larger blast effects? I don't know. Has this nice metallic gray or black paint. Very cool. You also get his trailer. Comes packaged like this, I believe. But there's a little stand here. Very plain on the inside. I will probably be doing some paint apps on it. Looking forward to what Toy Hacks will do with the trailer. There are some flat surfaces here, but for the most part, it's very highly detailed. Looks like you have some 5mm ports using Prime's axe here. Yeah, these are all 5mm ports to plug things in. But yeah, with all the detail, I'm not sure what Toy Hacks will do to make this a little more interesting. Definitely think I'm gonna give this guy a paint job. And then the front of the trailer can take out here to form a little shield. Let's close up this trailer. See how it looks like. And here's his trailer. Be nice for Toy Hacks to give him a proper sticker application here, because this is kind of very plain. You know, now that I have it in hand, I don't think the trailer is that bad. I mean, it is small, but I don't think it's that bad. And you have Optimus Prime himself. Now, there are a few issues I have with this Prime, just in terms of the coloring and design. One, I wish this part was blue. And I mean, that part should be like an easy fix or something. I just wish they molded it in blue. But the part that kind of bothers me more is the use of metallic paints. You have metallic paint applications on his hands. That is not too bad, even in here. But I would prefer the blue to be more uniform. But the part that really gets to me is the use of metallic paints here on the head. It'll focus. So you can see on the head, this part of the head, the front part of the head is normal blue, but the back is a normal metallic, well, not normal, it's a metallic blue, which seems kind of odd to do. I mean, either make it all metallic or not metallic at all. I would honestly have preferred it not to be metallic at all for any of it, but yeah, it is what it is. The other issue I have in terms of the colors over here seems to be, I mean, I would have preferred this to be red instead of the dark gray. And I was just noticing something, like here's Siege Optimus Prime. One thing you can do to fix that is, I guess, swap heads on Siege Prime and Earthrise Prime because it's the exact same head. The other thing you could do, this part here looks to be exactly this part as well. Unfortunately, yeah, so this is screwed on, but this is pinned on. It would have been nice if this was yeah, if this was a screw, because I really think this part of the arm and this part of Siege's arm are the same. They look so similar. I don't know. I could be wrong. I might open. See, it would have been nice if these were screws, because I could open it up to confirm my suspicions and stuff. Like over here, it's screws. So one thing that I'm really disappointed in is in the build. You know, a lot of you guys probably know how I feel about pins. I wish they would use screws instead. The other thing that's kind of interesting is the bottom, the legs are basically Siege Optimus Prime's legs, except they engineered this part for Earthrise Prime, because in the transformation it does not need to turn like Siege Optimus Prime to transform him. You have to rotate this and then the wheels flip over here. Earthrise Optimus Prime, the legs just come together. So this piece is a newly engineered piece for that, but they did reuse the legs because there's no purpose for this on Earthrise Prime. Alright, let's put this aside. Enough comparison, but all in all, even with those little issues, I like this figure a lot. I think it looks really cool. Just wish this was red, and actually this part was red. I'm not sure why they chose that color scheme of plastic. But let's take a closer look at the details here. I like the silver paint over here. Some paint apps. Would have been nice for paint apps on the back. This is a little oddity as well. You have a silver paint, but when you open it up, it's just a gray plastic. And on this side, if you can see, gray plastic, silver paint. If they were going to paint this, I'd want it painted all the way around, not just just on this side, but paint silver here, here, and here. Right now with Earthrise Prime, the silver is just right there. The wheels, you can see over here. And I'll get to this when I get into vehicle mode. But okay, enough of my gripes with the paint apps. As a figure, as a whole though, I like it a lot. I think it looks just like a Generation 1 Optimus Prime would look. I think if Hasbro and Takara were not unified, Takara's version would have the proper paint applications, because they are so much better at that. Okay, let's go on to the articulation of the figure. The head can rotate 360. It's on a ball joint. The arm, 360. Raises up at the shoulder. 90 degree bend at the elbow. And he can rotate 360 at the bicep. He does have finger articulation, albeit some weird ones. Would have been better if they allowed it to stop like here instead of allowed it to go all the way, but it is what it is. And you can rotate the wrist. Now he does have waist articulation, but because of this piece here, he doesn't go 360. I guess if you did this, no, still can't go 360. Oh, actually you can. There you go. But yeah, that looks just too weird. So I'm okay that it can't go 360. I mean, he can swivel at the waist enough for me. You do the splits. You can kick that far, this much back. You can bend at the knee more than 90 degrees. He does have thigh rotation, but it's not, it is a full 360. And he does have ankle tilt. So very much articulated on this version of Optimus Prime. Let's get his gun in here. All in all, very cool looking. Again, my biggest complaints with this figure so far is how colors are applied on him. But other than that, man, it could have been such a perfect Prime for me. See how it looks like next to his trailer. Let's put Prime aside, open up his trailer, see exactly what we get. Just pull this out, put the ramp down, pull this up. Guess he can go all the way. So you have this little repair drone. You can see the detail on him. Desperately needing stickers or paint apps. It does have these little arms on a ball joint. And it looks like this is 5mm port. Let's check here. Yeah. Maybe I'll 3D print some missiles for him to give him some proper missiles. There you go. But the trailer is definitely lacking some detail, but thankfully, even though it's lacking detail, it's not a difficult fix. And again, as I said, you can pull this piece out. I wish this part would lock better. And Prime could put it on his arm like some sort of shield. There you go. Hey, let's put this back on the trailer. One thing I forgot to mention with Prime, and it just crossed my mind, let's put the trailer aside, is you can open up his chest. And he does have the matrix of leadership. Now, for my big fingers, it's kind of hard for me to grab, so I'm going to use this little spudger to pop it out, if I can. Come on this side. There you go. So here's the matrix. It's made of a translucent blue plastic with silver and gold paint apps. I know that's gonna be a little hard to see on camera. There you go. That's very nice. That's a nice touch if you ask me. And the cool part, there's some nice molded detail on the chest to put the matrix. And speaking of the matrix, let's see how he can hold it. I'm assuming he can carry it. I guess if his hands can meet. Okay, let's do it this way. This, Maybe you can hold it this way. I'm not sure. I guess he can't have it in that pose, that classic pose where he's grabbing both ends of the matrix. Yeah, no, not happening. So he can carry the matrix, right, with one hand or thumb. Maybe it's just for the thumb. Yeah, I guess it's just for the thumb. There you go. Now, Prime does have a couple options here with this battle station thing. So he can stand his trailer up like so, and it's like the repair bay for Optimus Prime. I know it's cool. You can do that, but I won't ever be doing this. Now, here's the other cool part. This piece of the trailer can pop out, and Prime does have a little peg here, so you can do this if you want. Give Prime some extra arms. Again, not something I would be doing, but it's in the instructions, so you can do that. But like Siege, looks like there's a lot of playability with Earthrise as well. It's kind of odd. I don't know why they would make the articulated fingers. A lot of my speculation was the articulated fingers was for the Matrix, so they could hold it. Well, true, he can hold it, but he can't hold it in that classic movies pose when they're trying to open the Matrix. Okay, let's get Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. First thing we're going to do, we'll take care of the trailer. Basically, fold this back in. All nice and neat. Close the doors. Actually, we're supposed to close this door first. And then this door. You have the trailer. Let's put that aside. That was easy. Remove the gun. Now, you can store the gun under the trailer as the instructions showed, but I don't like it. It sticks out like a sore thumb. So we'll put the trailer aside for now, and the gun aside for now, and we'll transform Optimus Prime. Okay, let's take a closer look at Prime in vehicle mode, and I'll go over some areas that again, my biggest complaint with this figure are the paint apps. So you would see over here, you have this really nice metallic silver, but in here it's just this flat gray. I wish this part was painted. The colors of this doesn't match. So you see the black here is a really nice black, but over here it's a metallic black. Again, I'm not sure what's going on. Why did they make those choices? Why not paint this silver like this, paint here silver, and paint this the same black? This is the same, or mold this in black, because I think this is molded in black, and then paint that silver. I'm not sure why. It's a little disappointing, honestly. You can see the wheels are very thin, but that's forgivable for transformation purposes. I get it, but the parts that I don't get are the color choices in terms of the paint apps. This really should have been molded in black, and this should have been in silver. Yeah, it's not even the same kind of wheels from Siege Prime, so I'm not sure what they were going with that. But other than that, I like it. It's a nice vehicle mode. I mean, it's definitely robot mode was designed first. Would have been cool if there were panels here to cover this area, but unfortunately no. So, but it'd been cool if there was some kind of panel that connected to this. I'm not sure. Maybe there was. They just didn't have the budget for it. But yeah, other than that, yeah, for me, I can get over this area. It's just the color choices. This needs to be blue. This needs to be molded black. This needs to be painted metallic silver. This needs to be silver. If you're only gonna paint metallic silver on this part, paint it all around, just not on this part. So, I mean, this is nice and all. I'm glad they did that. Yeah, this part should have been red. But yeah, I don't mean to sound negative. I really like the figure, but there's so many opportunities to make it perfect, in my opinion, that weren't taken, and it's basically paint apps or paint choices. If they just made the right paint choices or color choices for the molded plastic, I would have been so much happier with this figure. But that being said, I like it a lot. Okay, enough of my rant. I know this is getting really long. Let me do some size comparisons. Here we have Optimus Prime next to some Autobot cars. Now these guys are from Siege with some toy hacks to give them some Earth modes, because that'd be cool to have Earth mode versions of a bunch of the figures that we got in Siege. And I guess you can say they scale pretty okay. I mean, Prime is a small truck compared to these vehicles, but I think it's acceptable. Some of the Autobot cars you can kind of fit in. Here's Prowl. I mean, it's a tight fit, but Prowl will go in there. I don't think Red Alert, no, Red Alert, cannot, and Mirage definitely cannot, but Prowl will fit, so it's kind of cool, given that the trailer is small. Here is Optimus Prime next to his predecessor, Siege Optimus Prime. And as you can see, they are practically exactly the same height. Here he is next to Earthrise Wheeljack. Here he is next to Earthrise Hoist. And here he is next to Earthrise Cliff Jumper. Okay, final thoughts on Earthrise Prime. Now, overall, I like this figure a lot. I think it's great. The figure design is awesome. I like how it transforms. I like how it's built, with the exception of the use of pins instead of screws. I really wish that we'd have used screws, because there's some things I want to do with this. Now, there are negatives. The negatives are really the color selection. Again, this part should be blue. This part, either blue, doesn't need to be metallic, blue or a matching blue, and the head, where this is metallic blue and regular blue here, those are issues that are with the choices of whoever wanted this painted up. I don't know why they made those choices. The design, for me, I like it a lot. I mean, now color choices can be corrected. Unfortunately, there's no Tommy version of this, so this is what we're gonna get. Again, like this part should have been red. Even here, I'm not understanding why that's not red. But yeah, that's probably the biggest gripe I have with Earthrise Prime, the color selection. As far as the figure design and engineering, I think it's an awesome figure. Now the trailer part, I think the trailer is okay, but again, so much more could be said for this trailer if it just had better color selection, if it had more color or some paint apps, if they chose to mold this in blue instead of gray, because I'm just going to paint this blue. And then of course it'd be nice to have some stickers or paint apps on here, like maybe gunmetal here to break up all this gray. But as far as the design of the trailer, I'm actually okay with it. It's not that bad. I know it's small, I'd like it to be bigger. Yeah, that'd be nice if it was bigger. Who knows? Maybe a third party will make a bigger trailer. I don't know. But for what it is, I'm okay with it. I do wish it had better, even a sticker, I don't know, or paint, or not just this plain blue. Would have been nice if it stood out a bit more. But like I said, overall, the design of the figure, I think it's great. Even the trailer. My biggest issue with Earthrise Prime are the color choices. So that's the part that's a downer, unfortunately. Yeah, I just wish they made better color choices, because I think the design itself is a great figure. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Follow us on social media and check out our Discord. Links in the description below.